Field on the south side of Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Foles buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 76 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Cowboys offense coming back out there, and after the excitement of that 13-3 year, the NFC East title 2016, they fell back to earth in 2017. They still finished 9-7, but not what you expected from them.
No, the scoring differential was a big telltale about the difference between 2016 2017. They were plus 115 a season ago. Just plus 22 this year. That means tighter games can go either way, and not enough of them win in Dallas's win column in this past season.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He finds some open field here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid gain of 15 yards in the sticks move. First down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? I want to check into a throw the next time.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. Third down here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Zeke with a shake and bake. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Prescott down. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Michael Kendricks. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
They go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, 1999? Where he won the double.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Past the 20. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 40 yards.
Well, that certainly looked like the Torrey Smith we knew in Baltimore. A guy who can just run past defenses, and what do they say? Take the top right off of them.
Game-changing speed, and the days in Baltimore good, days in San Fran not so great, but now hoping to get back to his former self.
I would say they have an extremely motivated wide receiver in Torrey Smith.
I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally.
Here's Foles. He juked him. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They run for it with a giant. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Ajayi taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Showing some grits and some guts going for it there. 4th and goal, pounding it in.
And being rewarded for that confidence in the team, huh? The coach saying, let's go ahead and get this. And how about the guys up front firing out, finding a little bit of a crack for them to get through? Touchdown. I love it.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
What stands to reason they give Zeke the ball there? I mean, let's face it. Last year, led the league in first downs picked up.
Yeah, 91 of them, 19 more than second place David Johnson.
You know, you can see the confidence that the team has in him touching the football. Offensive line wants to block even harder because of him.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense. Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. And Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible?
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters losing the all-world left tackle? And Halapoulivaati Vaitai, who they drafted the year before, filled in quite capably. They had answers for everything they needed.
Ertz has it left side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They run with Ajayi. And now running right through it. Oh, it still won't go down. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
Now Foles. Hurts over the middle. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. They give him a gain of 38.
If post patterns often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw,
and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he slipped right by him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Before the offense changes hands here. I know you were there calling it offense.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles, the backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On third down, it's Prescott. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Looking here for Smith downfield. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's caught inside the 35. Still going. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to roll.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
They was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Again, it's Elliott. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Prescott on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
That happened. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They'll try and run it with Ajayi. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. That could also result in a melee later, though. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards. And now 1st and 15. This is Ajayi. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 22 and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter. You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And now running right through it. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, "Why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it." Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article was saying the defense should be able to stop them.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll set up a throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Malik Collins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Looking to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Giving to the big tight end on fourth. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Brandon, this is a good spot in the field to go for it. A lot of coaches call this no man's land. A field goal is no sure thing, and neither is a punt. They made the right choice, went for it, and picked up the first down.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles continue to roll. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down, Prescott. His throw incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A second down throw for Prescott. Going right side, he has Witten. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they're able to get this one down to the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sean Lee leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Foles. And it's caught by Selleck. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more score?
So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it with Ajayi. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Prescott looks to throw on first. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he's got room and avoids the contact by sliding. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now it's Ajayi. Oh, look at the juke. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle to Smith. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Foles. His pass caught at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's Foles. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
The
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
it. In that case, run it up.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.